Greetings, beloved light warriors. It's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning August 9th through August 15th, 2021. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. And you should know that I do this every Sunday so that we can reset our focus and our energy for the coming week ahead. And then I do my on-camera videos on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, let's get into this beautiful card and our wonderful week ahead. As you can see, this card depicts a woman on a very precarious looking bridge on a journey of some kind. Now, I think this very clearly to me represents our journey on this planet at this particular time. And as you can see, this bridge is pretty treacherous. I mean, it's collapsing. One whole side of it is just completely broken down. You know, this is not like the safest, easiest looking journey that one could be taking. And it's very similar to what is going on our planet right now, where it feels like the circumstances are rather treacherous. They are very uncertain. The controllers are clearly trying to break everything down. And, you know, it's not like we're living in a world where you have a feeling like there's a solid ground under your feet. And that's really what this card shows. She's probably not feeling like there's real solid ground under her feet because this bridge is very, very rickety. It's really in a state of partial collapse, which describes the situation on this planet, right? So now let's look at the top left-hand corner. You can see this light that is shining on her path to guide her way so that she stays focused on a journey that is, well, in the picture it would look like you're thinking about a safe journey, but I don't want to say that for us it's about a safe journey. I think it's really more about a journey where we stay intact as who we really are. Because the controllers are trying to break down humanity, they're trying to break us as humans. So we want to stay intact throughout the course of our journey on this planet. And then, and the wonderful thing, if you look at this light, it looks very warm, it looks very benevolent, very kind, very supportive. And that would be really the light of truth that is within us, that infinite, incredible light of our true self, of our presence, of that creative force, that source that supports us. You could even say it's the light of the Ascension Power, the light of evolution that is always guiding us so that we do not lose our way. And in this image, you can see if she lost her way, she's going to fall off that bridge, right? And that's kind of where we're at right now. We do not want to lose our way at all. But fortunately, we do have that light that is always there, always present, always peaceful, but strong and powerful at the same time, and guiding us at every single moment. And all we have to do is tune into that light within us, and it brings instant calm. I mean, isn't that amazing to think that we actually have an infinite light right inside of us? An infinite light and love right inside of us, each and every one of us. And that's something we tend to forget. Now, the other thing I want to point out is her outstretched arm. And at first I thought it looked like she was holding something, but I think it's more, I don't think that's what it is. I think that it's like a light, but to me, what comes to me immediately is that it's really representing angelic support, angelic assistance. The angels are guiding and assisting her. And that could be spirit guides as well. It doesn't have to be just angels. So she's being supported from both sides. She's being stabilized by her guides, by those angelic forces, and then that powerful light of truth and love and reality is lighting her path so that she has a chance, because she's being, in other words, she's being supported from both sides so that she doesn't fall off and lose herself on this journey that she's on. And that's really what we need to remember ourselves. Because, you know, when you get so distracted by the chaos and everything going on the outside, it's so you know, that the treacherous part is actually losing yourself. The treacherous part is actually forgetting who you are, forgetting why you're here, getting lost in all of the craziness, because that's what's always beckoning to us, right? No, look over here, look over here, look over here, get involved with this, get freaked out about that, be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. It's like all the messages are really about be afraid of something, right? So we want to make sure that we keep our focus and our center on that light within, knowing all the while, this is so cool, it just came to me. So we're getting supported from both sides too, just like this picture. We have the light within, we have that permanent presence that never leaves us within ourselves, and all we have to do is stay focused on that, just like she needs to stay focused on the light lighting her way on this treacherous bridge. So we have that light within us. And then we have angelic forces, spirit guides, we have support on the outside as well. Because angels can give you tremendous support in terms of your physical circumstances. I mean, they are amazing at giving that kind of support. And all you have to do is ask. You know, a lot of times people don't know that in order to receive angelic assistance, you need to ask for that assistance. It doesn't happen automatically. I mean, it might occasionally, but on a regular basis, you need to ask. And it's so easy to ask. All you have to do is say, angels, please help me with this. And then you fill in the blank, right? So we have angelic support to help us on the outside. And we have that powerful light within us, that presence of who we are, to support us on the inside. It's really amazing when you think about it. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper with this message, because there's something else that came to me immediately when I first saw this card that is so, so beautiful. I want to talk about the journey, because obviously the word on the card is journey. So we want to focus on journey. We don't want to just think about destination. We don't want to just think about her because see, you can't even see her destination in this card, which is kind of interesting, right? The reason you can't see her destination is because the focus is on her journey. So the focus would be on the quality of her journey. And I know she's got a suitcase there. There's a few other elements in this card that I don't feel inclined to talk about at this moment, although I may before I'm finished. Any of you want to add to what I'm saying about anything that comes to you from this card, please feel free to say so in the comments. But anyway, so a lot of times we get very focused on a destination, and let me just backtrack for a moment, because I know I started off, I was really talking about the big picture of our journey on Earth and all of that, but I want to now talk about our individual journeys and the quality of our lives and what it is we are individually trying to do in our lives. And so many times we get so focused on the destination, on the goal, on the intention, that it's so common to just forget about the journey itself. Like, I just want to get there. I just want to manifest that. I just want to experience that. And that's all we think about. And that's good. I mean, if you want to manifest something, you really do need to focus on it, and you really do need to invest your energy in it. But the thing we always forget is the journey. We can also focus on an intention for the quality of the journey itself. It's not like, oh, I really want this miracle in my life. However it happens, it doesn't matter, you know, maybe that's just going to be some painful journey then, you know, because you never really talked to yourself about the journey that you want. You just talked about the end result that you want. So I think this card is a reminder to don't only think about what you want to manifest or what you want to create or where you want to go in your life. Also think about the quality of the journey itself, because life is the journey. Right? Life is not just the destination. Life is actually the journey itself. It's the day to day, hour to hour, week to week, month to month experience of living. So I really think that this is encouraging us to focus on the quality of our lives. What is, as individuals, as an individual, what is the quality of your life? And this is kind of an exciting idea in a way, and I'll tell you why. Because, you know, these controllers, they're just so, they're so bad to us, right? They just want to make our lives miserable, right? But you know what? Each one of us still has an individual life. We still have our own space called our individual lives. I would recommend that we focus on that. That you look at your life and say, what is the space in which my life occurs? Okay? And then look at that space and realize that every minute, every moment, every hour of every day, you are experiencing life in that space. So then say, what's the quality of my experience in this space? And I'm not just talking about physical space. I'm talking, you know, it's more about like time is space. So the time in a day is actually space within which your life occurs. So you can say, what is the quality of my life in this space? Because in the space that is your life, those controllers aren't in there. You don't have to listen to them. You don't have to pay attention to the media. Forget about those people, right? Just focus on the space that is your life and say, you know, I think I deserve a high quality experience. And of course you do. Of course you do. Listen to your heart. Your heart will tell you that in a moment, right? It'll tell you, of course, that's what you're made for, a beautiful experience. You're made for peace. You are made for joy. That's what you're made for. You know how you know you're made for that? Because your body loves it, right? Your emotions love it. Your mind loves it. Every part of you loves those things. That's how you know you're made for that. Okay, you're made for those high vibrational, positive, awesome experiences. So when you look at the space of your life, you can actually, it's almost like a different kind of an awakening. It's like waking up to the space of our lives and opening our eyes and saying, what is going on here? And what is the quality of my experience? And gee, I'm a creator. I could actually intend to improve the quality of life in this space that I call my life. So I think that's really what is meant by the journey, because the journey is that experience of the space of our lives as we're moving through our lives. It's not really, in terms of our presence on this planet, it's not so much about a bigger destination as it is about maintaining our humanity, maintaining who we are, expanding who we are, becoming more of who we are, becoming even more empowered. And we should, each and every one of us, have the best possible experience of that space that we call our lives as we can, okay? Because that is the space within which our journey occurs. And you can think of it this way: every breath that you take is a step in your journey. Every breath that you take marks forward movement in your journey. Beneath every breath that you take is peace, is serenity, is security, and calm, and light, and love. That's what's beneath every single breath you take. And that's that light that you see in the left-hand corner. That light represents what lies beneath every single breath, which is a step. Every breath is a step forward, is a step into the next moment. And your angels are there to guide you. All you have to do is ask, and you shall receive. And overall, it's a beautiful message, because when you see what can be seen in this message, yes, we're on treacherous ground, but we don't have to fall. We can stay upright. We can stay, because she's upright, right? She's not falling off. We can stay upright, standing strong, being strong in who we really are as the cosmic beings, the infinite beings that we really are, who are here for a purpose, a higher purpose. And we can live that purpose in joy, in presence, and in the fulfillment of having a beautiful journey every moment of every single day. Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed this message. I very much look forward to seeing you in the next video. I'm wishing you guys a wonderful week ahead. Please take wonderful care of yourselves. You deserve it. You deserve your own self-love. I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Namaste.